Because you are bringing nothing to the table. If all you are bringing is beauty and sex, you are a liability. I've told you for many years, don't marry an African man. And I don't understand now. They are my revelation is now making sense. I say never marry an African man. Marry. If talking about sex makes me carnal, who created sex? Now, can you think? No, sit down. If you think that sex is not holy, sit down and ask yourself, what went through the mind of God when He created this thing? Do you know that now there are discussions you should have now that we did not have in our own days? So when you meet a man now you want to marry, you should be asking them like, so were you born a man? These are now discussions of the 21st century. So how are you? I love your hair. So were you born a man or you were born a woman? In our days, it was impossible to think that way. It's when people have money and power and they are humble, you know they are humble. When a poor man or a poor woman is humble, forget it, oh, it's deception. Your husband is earning 150, you are earning 30,000. You say, let's relocate. To where? To the village or what? There are many spouses that don't know the trigger point of their spouses. Hello? So when you don't know the trigger point of it because you are not discussing it, then somebody else just go and touch the trigger. The woman will fall without knowing she has fallen. We're going to offload a lot of things in this session. And I pray that you will learn by revelation and not by experience. Someone confessed, so we should have listened to pastor. Say, but it's my wife who she almost ruined the marriage. You see, everything pastor was saying, I said, are you hearing? Are you hearing? Not that we'll get there now. But now reality.com. So in-laws and daughters, so he said, it takes a village. No, everywhere is somebody's village. You are the one that say you are going to Western world. What you call Western world. That's why when you go to America, there are poor people there. Americans are born in America, poor, wretched. So it's not the location that changes you. It's your position mentally. So it still takes a village to raise a child. Now we call it community. Now we call it tribe. Now we call it family. So create your village. Create your village. Create your village. 3, 4, 5 couples that have the same values can now come together and say, let's raise our children together. So that if you see my child doing anything, feel free to let me know. If you see my daughter, please feel free to let me know. Don't say it's gossipful, because let's raise. That's a village. This is a village now. Do you understand now? It still takes a village. But many of us are doing solo like me and my family. Me and my family. And then number 5, unrealistic expectations. These are things that destroy relationship, because some of the things you are expecting is not realistic. It's not. It's not. You think about it. Your father and mother, that's together, husband and wife, they raised you. Father and mother, they raised you. And even though the two of them were working and raising you, there are things they could not provide for you for the 28 years of your life, 30 years of your life, 25 years of your life before you got married. You now get married and expect a husband, one man, to carry all the load that your father and mother combined could not carry. And you don't think that's unrealistic. Because you were brought up to believe that you are supposed to be a liability. Don't worry, a woman should not get to school. We train the men, we won't train the women. There's a man that will come and take us. So you have already been programmed to be a liability, and you are wondering why abuse is prevalent in Africa. Because you are bringing nothing to the table. If all you are bringing is beauty and sex, you are a liability. Forget it. Don't let anybody tell them they do sex 300, 500, depending on which one, whether I show one or runs get. Hello? If all you are bringing to the table as a woman is beauty and sex, you are a liability, sir. You are a liability, man. Say, I can cook. I will cook for you. Whole story. We can order anything now online. These are the realities. So by this unrealistic expectation, we have been, you see, because look, we call it the new rules of law, because even some of the things we have taught you in church, we need to now expand it to let you understand that there are many other new angles. Because now, when we are talking husband and wife, to think that husband and wife is only man and woman alone now, without telling people that there is another one that they are doing now, people are already getting married to animals. So, hello? So do you know that now, there are discussions you should have now that we did not have in our own days. So when you meet a man now, you want to marry, you should be asking them like, so were you born a man? These are now discussions of the 21st century. So how are you? Oh, I love your hair. So were you born a man or you were born a woman? In our days, it was impossible to think that way. But these are the realities of today. You see, I keep telling you, it's not that many of you are just members. You are not my children. Because if you are my children, you will obey me. But you are just members. You just attend church, Pentecostal, Orthodox. You go to church like, Sunday. I told you that I'm going to do a series contending for the faith. Nobody should miss it. You still didn't come. Because I wanted to reveal to you some things that are already happening so that you will know. So when you grow up with that mindset of a man will take care of you, a man will take care of you, it becomes a problem. And then because the man now takes care of you and believes that he's the breadwinner, he must carry all the load, you now relocate with that mentality. And that's why men are now having problem. And they say the women are proud, they are driving them out of the house, the women are not listening. It's because you were not married, you were being culturally compliant. I have told you for many years, don't marry an African man. And I don't understand now. They are on COVID. My revelation is now making sense. I say never marry an African man, marry a Christian man. Because most of what we are doing before marriage is culture. Have I not been telling you for over almost 30 years now? Wash plate, you do that. Cavalrymen wash plate, cavalrymen iron, cavalrymen. They say now you are facing reality. Your wife is now telling you to wash plates. It's like, what do you mean? In New York, one layer down, wash one. So the men now are confused because they can't handle the woman is now making more money than them. Yes, you paid her school fees to go to the school of nursing. Now she's earning 8,000, and you are too old to say you want to do nursing. You are now sitting there, I'm entrepreneur. And after all your labor, entrepreneur, you do 2,500, and she does 8,000. You now see that you are no more. If your manhood is about money, you now see that little by little, and then a woman that is empowered, what is inside will begin to come out, because pressure reveals character. Hey, she's humble, but nobody humble. The power. It's when people have money and power and they are humble, they are humble. When a poor man or a poor woman is humble, forget it. It's deception. It's deception. So all this one you say, I don't know what's wrong with all these politicians. When they get to Aso Rock, they change. No, they didn't change. They are real character. They manifested. Do you know what it means to get to a place where they tell you anything you say, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yeah. When all your life you say, mommy, can I take juice? No. Can I change the channel? No. Can I go to play with Junior? No. Can I go and play football? No. You grew up hearing no. Sinuke, I love you. No. So all your life, I beg to apply. No vacancy. Can I have a loan to start a business? No. So all your life you have heard no. You now become a local government chairman, and everybody's queuing up. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. It will enter your head if you don't have Jesus. If you don't have the Holy Ghost to pull you down to say, hey, cool down. So when I talk, my message is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. You need to sit down and decode it. Hello. So we're having problems now. I'm creating a new business, international marital counseling. They will fill form, they will pay. It's not me that will be wasting 3 hours to counsel you for some America or in Nigeria. It's £300 per hour, $500 per hour. Hello. So you sit down, we do Zoom. So what's your problem? Okay, you know what? We'll do another session. Let's look for 1 hour is done. No. Because in Nigeria there is pastoral abuse going on. Yes, sir. When you are sick, you won't go to hospital, you come, we pray for you. When you suppose you don't go, you come and pray. You get marital problem, you come. Is that part of our biblical training? So pastors are doing so much, yet being insulted every day. Them boy you will make you insult imam the way they insult pastor. They don't cut your neck. They go design your signature for your chest. Unrealistic what? So there are many things you are expecting a man to do that a man cannot do for you. There are many things you are expecting a woman to do that a woman cannot do for you. Unrealistic, you have no idea. Please explain to me, sir. You met a woman, solid babe, everything tight, intact. You now started impregnating her. First one, second one, third one. The stomach will stretch, come back, stretch, come back. The breast that was standing is now worshiping. Everything is now. You are now claiming. I don't feel. Who did this to her? You. Many of you are just joining. In this church on Sunday morning, we used to do couples, they would do single on Sunday, they would do men. One Sunday morning, inside this church, not outside, inside this church, a woman stood up and asked the question, that what do I do that my husband see my breast? I said, I don't know if you remember this on Sunday morning, Sunday service. She, before all of us say, so what do I do that my husband say my breast are sad, my stomach, I don't know, and we don't have money. Am I supposed to go and do? They say they are doing one surgery. So I asked her, madam, how many children do you have? 4. I say, is your husband here? So that I can deal with him. Because how do you 4 children don't suck, they don't retire. You started sucking, you are still sucking, you suck forever, and you expect this thing to be there. Why do we keep deceiving ourselves like this? It's because you have a roving eye, ojukokoro, unrealistic expectation. Your husband is earning 150, you are earning 30,000. You say let's relocate. To where? To the village or what? Someone told me last week, say, I just discovered that we are relocating. I said, you just discovered? He said, yes, so it's my wife doing everything. I just saw your email. I said, babe, what is this one? He said, I've been telling you, I've been working. He said, so I said, no, I'm happy for everybody. So he now made a statement. He said, because she has even paid school fees, they have paid everything, there is this person that helped. He said, so whether they borrowed us the money or they gave us the money, I don't know yet. But she's going to be resuming, we'll be going first. I said, praise God. Because I hope you know that when somebody is going to school, they can't work more than a number of hours. So it is you that say you didn't know about the story. Shake, kò sí lọ́sẹ̀ mi o, àgádágodo kò sí lọ́rùn mi o. If a family is owing, who will they come to? If I say too much, make her stop. Now don't feel carry up. Let me give it to make her go relax on this one first. So these are 5 things. So out of these 5 that I consider the top 5, money is one of the top 3. So for some people, money is number 1. For some people, sex is number 1. So for some people, communication is number 1. But out of the top 3, money is there. So we now want to sit down now in this module to look at this money matter. Because when we say there is no romance without finance, it's like it can be true, it can be false. It's not inside Bible. It's a statement you can diagnose and say, okay, I don't agree. But that's depending on your definition of romance and the love language of your spouse. Because what is romance? I personally consider romance to be any gesture of love and care. That's my call. Any gesture of love and care. But you see, your gesture of love and care is subject to the love language of the person you are loving and care. Because you may think that romance is to buy gift for somebody and they will throw your gift aside. I don't need your gift. I just need you to respect. I just need to listen to me. I just need you to be available. That's why you need to understand love language so that you can really be romantic. So we're going to offload a lot of things in this session. And I pray that you will learn by revelation and not by experience. You will do what? You will learn by revelation. I was in a board meeting yesterday, and after the board meeting I was speaking with the CEO. I think it was when the board meeting was saying it, that some of the things that I have been saying now they are understanding. Because when people are relocating and there are things that nobody can explain. The way I told you, nobody can explain snow to you, no matter how much they can't, until you experience it. So I keep saying all this relocating, and I just want to go and settle my family. And you have a ministry in Nigeria and you have a business. How do you do that? That something will give way for something. So he says, sir, that's a fact. I can't remember when last I slept normal. So because by 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm awake to start work in Nigeria. So I'm in Nigeria, working, and I'm in America. He say, no matter how much you try to, he say you have said it, but I didn't get it. Now I understand. How do you wake up? You are a pastor of a church in Nigeria, and then you now wake up by 3 a.m. Imagine that I'm in America, I'm now waking up by 3 a.m. to be talking to you live now, with bags under your eyes, with coffee in one side. Let's lift up our hands. Is that even holy? Many of the communication you have are transactional communications. What are we eating today? What are we wearing? So when are we going out? So what's that? So you have never really sat down to have deep communication, because there are topics you can't discuss in your family. Crisis will come. That's why when COVID came, because people use parenting and business to avoid the realities of life. When COVID came and they were now locked down together, they discovered that they don't even know each other anymore. They discovered that they don't have a relationship. That's why we have what we call the empty nest syndrome, where you spend 18 to 20 years raising children together, and the responsibility of parenting keeps you together. But when the children are gone and you are back alone with each other, you now discover you don't know each other, because all your discussion for 20 years has been how to pay rent, how to pay bills, how to travel, how to pay school fees. You have never really developed communication and intimacy with one another. So when the children now go, marital crisis now starts. So you see people that are married for 25 years and they are divorced. You say, after 25 years, they were not married for 25 years. They were transacting family business. It was a transaction. Hello? So communication. Number 2 is sex. It's like a taboo. Everybody is doing it, but nobody wants to talk about it. I mean, if you are married, are you not doing it? If you are not doing it, it's all part of the discussion. Why are you not doing it? No. Because when you see some people, you think that it's a devil that is a point. It's not devil, it's lack of sex. They are starved. Conji don't hold the mama. So some people, nobody is servicing them, so they look like, you think they are holy, they are hungry, they are squeezing face because everywhere is blocked. And they can't go and meet them as your boy. You can't leave me like this, because to go and say that, they will think that it's not something you can discuss. Hello? And some people have been doing it the wrong way and enduring it. Jesus said, "Look, I don't like it, touch me like they do it like this." Can you say that? You're a Christian. If talking about sex makes me carnal, who created sex? Now, can you think? No, sit down. If you think that sex is not holy, sit down and ask yourself, what went through the mind of God when he created this thing? No, sit down. God just sit down and say, I need to put something in this one, that they won't need money. Whether you are rich or poor, enjoy your life. Don't you think that God wants you to enjoy life? If he can create that one, think of what other things he has created for you to enjoy that you're not enjoying. But sex, people don't discuss it. They don't discuss their needs, they don't discuss their want, they don't discuss their preference. Hello? There are many spouses that don't know the trigger point of their spouses. Hello? So when you don't know the trigger point of it, because you are not discussing it, then somebody else just go and touch the trigger. The woman will fall without knowing she has fallen. He go don't fall before he realizes, what you make me fall? I take fall. No, I'm telling you. We have seen married women going to adultery and weeping in pain because they didn't even know how they got there. Yeah, I can't believe. And after God forgave them, they couldn't forgive themselves because they could not believe that me. Hello? Sex. Number 3 is money. People don't talk about money. Your money is our money, my money is my money. We come up with all kinds of confusing angle. And then when we are born again and we come to church, money is not part of the discussion for many family. Owe yourself, I owe myself. We'll come back to that. This is our focus for the next 2 or 3 sessions. Number 4 is in-laws and third parties. Not being able to know how to handle these people, in-laws and third parties. Because when we were growing up, they lied to us. And they told us you should not allow any third party into your relationship. And that has destroyed many of us. Many of the things you are seeing happening today that you think is new, it's not new. It's always been there. It's because of social media now that you are seeing molestation, incest, abuse, rape. It's always been there. But don't tell anybody, don't go and disgrace. We should not wash our dirty linen outside. So we kept the secret. Father go sleep with daughter, impregnate daughter. They go carry the pikin, say now your auntie get her. All manner of useless things going on, but nobody is discussing it. Because don't allow third party, don't allow anybody to know what's going on. No. But like I've said over and over again, in the same sentence, they contradict themselves. They will tell you, don't allow a third party into your relationship. Marriage is between a man, a woman, and God. Is that not already a third party? So what they should be telling you is, be careful the kind of people you bring into your relationship. Not that you should not allow third party. No relationship can survive without third party. Because television is a third party. Am I not a third party? Am I not blessing your life? What I'm teaching you is not changing your life. So if you remove me and God and the Bible from your life, are you not going? So you cannot do without third party. Everything you have is third party involved. Hello? Am I not a third party? Is the Holy Spirit not a third party? Are you Holy Ghost? Is God not a third party? So when people make statements, sit down and think about it very well, and don't just enter into a mode where you don't use your brain to think because somebody said it. Hello? All you need is to choose mature third parties that have your interest at heart. Because in Yoruba, I don't want to tell anybody, when you finally enter trouble and people will still be involved, why not? See, so when do we bring in a third party? The very minute two of you cannot come to an agreement, we sit down, I bring my point, you bring your point, we try to explain, you didn't get it, we bring it again. Once the two of us cannot agree, after discussing, we need a third party. It means that we need a third person that is matured and objective, that can separate themselves and look at issues and be able to talk to you. That's why you find that sometimes what you are telling your spouse, I think I told you last week, the same thing, somebody else will say it, they will now obey. You are now wondering, but I've been saying it. Sometimes it's not that you are not saying it, it's the way you are saying it. It's the tempo with which you say it. It's the atmosphere you said it in. It's the state of things when you were saying it. So third parties. In-laws. Can you do without in-laws? Everybody comes from a family. I was speaking at a conference in Atlanta yesterday, virtual, and I was telling you, I said, the problem with many of you is that you deceive yourself. When Africans go to the Western world, they go to look for a job. When Asians and Jews go to the Western world, they go to start a business. And to deceive you people more, you will now get there. I don't relate with Nigerians. I don't do things with Nigeria. I said, you're all confused. Something's wrong with you. You don't relate with Nigerian community. You now go into isolation. And the support system of culture that God has put there to help you, you abandon it. You now become a loner. You are now trying to play catch up in a place where you can never be white. Speak white, dress white, eat white. You are not white. Instead of you to stay in your uniqueness and collaborate with your community, say, we can't trust each other. This like that, they cannot be trusted. Are you trustworthy? Because I hear these things all over you go around. In my tour of the US, that's what I was trying to help them. I said, something is wrong with you people. Are you trustworthy? So if you are trustworthy, you believe you are the only trustworthy person on earth? God doesn't have other trustworthy people. Let's go deeper. You are 25 years, a quarter of a century, a year. You mean you don't have 10 people you can trust? Something is wrong with you. You spend 30 years on earth, 40 years on earth. You say, I can't trust anybody. I don't have people I can trust. There's something wrong with you. You don't have 10 people you can come together and create a wealth club and plan your life, but you can wear Ashwebi. You can go to party together. You can say, we're going to catch my G, my G. We're going to go to movie. You can go to movie together, but you can't go to prosperity together. Hello? Listen to me. Many of the people you think are trustworthy, it is system and structures that makes them to look trustworthy. So I told them, I say, every human being is the same. So I asked them a question. I say, all of you that are listening to me now, you are in America. I say, let me ask you a question. Them born you well, make you pass one way for America. Why? Is it because you are a good person? No. But somebody that sees you in America now will think you are a normal person, but you know you are not normal. It's the system that is making you look normal. When you go, you are in America. When you go to the mall, them born you and make you jump queue for airport or jump queue. Can you wind down and throw anything out of the window? But the same you that looks like a normal person enter Nigeria, you begin to do it. Why? It is not that you are good. It's because when you come into Nigeria, you are coming to a chaotic, disorderly system. So it enables your humanity. And so in the same vein, the reason why many of you are saying you can't trust people is because there is no justice in Nigeria. So the people you did business with, they dupe you, nothing happen. You carry them, go police release them the next day. You go court, case for 30 years. You now carry that mindset to enter America where there is law. And you are losing the power of your community because you don't realize that the Oyibo themselves, they are the one that created 419. They are the number one fraud. You don't believe? Have you not read your book where they said that Christopher Columbus came to discover you when you were existing before his great grandfather was born? Hello? The gold on the crown of the queen that died and the king that you are coronating now, where did the gold come from? They get gold from London. These are fraudulent people that came to steal from here. They are fraudulent people. They are all robbers. They stole the whole nation, cut everything size. Hello? But now you think you are the fraudulent one. You learned it from somewhere. But you have now become better in it because anything Nigerians learn will become better than our teachers. Hello? So there is law. So in the US, in the UK, in Canada, when there is a law, you come together and you have an agreement. And if anything goes wrong, the person will go to jail instead of losing the opportunity and the possibility. So You need to put third parties in perspective. Someone saying, all these things people are preaching, you don't understand. I say, it's you that don't understand. You say it takes a village to raise a child. There's no village here. I say, that's your problem. What you are calling a city, somebody else's village. There are people born in Chicago. They have never left Chicago. They don't even have American passport. They live and die in Chicago. They don't know where Ohio is, as close as they are to each other. They have never been to New York, but they're in America. He's a village man. That's his village. He doesn't even have passports. Hello? 2009, when we brought our delegates from the US, one of them 54-year-old, it was when she was coming to Nigeria, she went to get passport for the first time. Nigeria was the first place she ever traveled to all her life. Hello? Let me come to church. Can I take it? He never left America. Hello? But his books and his message left. So what are you calling a village? I was in Allen Okpebi one day, and one of my guys was wearing boxer and singlet and walking on the road. And my wife said, is that not something? What is he wearing? I said, he lay here. To you, Ikeja is a city. I said, the street here, not be told that that's in here. The guy is over 40. That is where he was born. That's where his parents' house is. So wearing is like somebody on this street now. When you are coming, you see them wearing, brushing teeth, and you are like, what's wrong with this? No, it's you that has problem. They are in their house, they are in their village. It's you that came to somebody's village and are trying to judge them. The guy was wearing boxer and singlet on Okpebi. But Okpebi is Okpebi village, Oregun village, Anthony village. I told them in Ghana, I was in Ghana, I came back from Ghana yesterday, and I told them, I said, look, the problem with many of you is that they change your name to Ghana. You have forgotten that you are called Gold Coast. I said, how many gold do you have? You are a Gold Coast that does not translate and do good. Something is wrong with us in Africa. It's called the recolonization of the black man. The war in Ukraine, you think it's Ukraine war? No, it's war of nations. It's war of nations. I told them when they were doing Brexit, I said, you people are confused. In a world of collaboration is the new currency. In a world of collaboration, that's why you people now say you want to exit. And they have exited now, see all of them. People in London, they are suffering now like, oh, it's OSE. Energy costs, food costs. Now they have increased their interest rates now 12 times in 3 years. So food is expensive, transport is expensive, energy is expensive. So people are jackpying to go and suffer. And they can't return because they have sold everything up to mattress. So no romance without finance. No romance without finance. So we're looking at money matters. Money matters when it comes to love. So when we talk about love and relationships, when you begin to study, you realize that money matters a lot when it comes to this issue of love. And every time we begin to look at crisis in relationship, crisis in family, there are what I call the top 5 reasons for crisis in relationships. And money ranks among the top 3. The top 5 reasons for crisis in relationship is communication, sex, money, third parties, and unrealistic expectations. And when you have understanding of these major items and you are able to put things in perspective, it will help you as you navigate your relational life. One of the things that causes crisis is communication. I actually personally believe that communication is the major key to success, because there is no problem that we cannot solve except a problem we cannot discuss. If we can't talk about it, then we can't solve it, because we will know whether there is a problem or not. Communication. And that's, I did a series on that years ago, probably bring that back again. Anytime I'm around, I have to bring back series and do a lot of series, because there are many things that we need to be taught. The church, that's why we focus on teachings and teaching, and because the church is filled with shallow people that lack understanding. We just want excitement, we want to jump, we want to scream, but we lack understanding of a lot of things. And many times, because of the fact that midweek service, a lot of people are not there when we do a lot of teachings, we try to avoid the heavy stuff on Sunday morning. But if it's Sunday morning you are coming, we'll bring the heavy stuff on Sunday. Hello, so that you decide whether you want to serve God or you want to serve your flesh. Hello? Heavy stuff, we're bringing it to Sunday morning. Because there are things that if I ask you now as a Christian, what is brokenness? You don't know what brokenness is. There are depths of dimensions of walk with God that you have no idea of. So when the Bible says lay aside the weight that does easily beset you, what's the weight? Hello? So there are things you are operating on. It just shows that you don't understand many things. So communication, I did a series, I think part 1 to 5 years ago. Go get it, and I'll probably bring that back, because we need to understand, because many of us don't even know that there's no communication. Every head bowed in Jesus' name. One prayer: Lord, have mercy upon us.
I want to let you know that you don't have to grow alone. Before you leave this video, let me share something that I believe with all my heart may help you. Transformation really happens in isolation. Take note of that. Because every successful people you admire today was influenced by someone. Someone changed their thinking. Someone introduced them to a new book, corrected their belief. Someone believed in them before they believed in themselves. Growth has always been a community experience. That's why one of the greatest decisions you can make today is intentionally surround yourself with people who are moving in the same direction you want to go. Because whether you realize it or not, the people around you are shaping your future. If you are surrounded by people who only complain, eventually complaining begins to surround you normally. If you are surrounded by people who make excuses begin to feel reasonable. If you are surrounded by people who believe success is possible, you will slowly begin to lower your own expectation. But when you are people who are reading, building, learning, challenging each other, celebrating growth instead of gossip, something changes inside you. You begin to think differently and ask the better questions. You see opportunities where others see problems. That's the power of right environment. So one of the reasons this channel exists is because we believe learning should never stop after one video. Every message you watch should lead you to another lesson. Every lesson should inspire another action. Every action should move you closer to becoming the person God created you to be. That's why we built a community of people who are committed to growth. People from different countries, careers, background, but one thing in common: they have decided they don't want to live an average life. They are learning about what? Purpose, productivity, and leadership. If you have been watching this video for a while, don't just remain a viewer. Become part of the conversation. Share your ideas, ask questions, and encourage someone who was just beginning their journey. Sometimes one comment can completely change another person's life. You never know who is reading, you never know who is struggling, and you will never know who needs the encouragement you can provide. That's how communities grow. If you'd like to be part of our community, to join us on this journey, you'll find a link to our community in the description below. We'd genuinely love to have you there. It's a place where we'll continue these conversations beyond YouTube. We'll share ideas, we'll comment powerful books, discuss business, money, leadership, and personal development. We encourage you to apply what you are learning. So before you click away, don't let this be the last you watch today. There are more teachings on this channel that will help you. You can see on your screen right now. Click the next one and watch. And if today's message challenge you, I can confidently say the next one will also challenge you even more. So take a moment and choose another video from this channel. Keep feeding your mind with the right ideas, because every great future begins with a renewed mind. Thank you for spending this time with us. Thank you for choosing growth over comfort. I truly believe that if you remain teachable, consistent, and apply what you learn, the next few years of your life can completely differently change. Two people can sit in the same room, listening to the same messages, even take notes from the same speaker, hear the same wisdom. But yet, 5 years later, one person's life has completely changed, while the other is still complaining about the same problem that they both sat down to listen to. So what made the difference? It wasn't intelligence, it wasn't luck. You may say opportunity, but it wasn't opportunity. It was what happened after the teaching ended. Because information does not transform people. It is decisions that do. That's why every conference, books you read, sermon you listen to, every conversation leaves you standing at a crossroad. Are you going to the other side, or you are remaining with the same old habits? The other leads is not a complete without a decision. Most people, they love inspiration, they love comfort, but every new level demands that an old version of you must die. You cannot become financially disciplined while living with financial careless habits, spending everything you earn, trying to impress people who are not building anything. Growth is expensive. It's not because it always costs money. It costs comfort, it costs excuses, it costs old identities and habits. It costs relationship, but it even costs money. One of the biggest lies people tell themselves is this: when things get better, I'll become disciplined. No. Discipline is what makes things better. People think confidence comes before action. But confidence usually comes after repeated action. Some may even think success creates discipline, but discipline creates success. Everything is just backward from what most people believe. That's why waiting to feel ready is one of the greatest traps in life. Nobody feels ready. Entrepreneur does not. Investor does not. The greatest leader does not. It's one of the greatest traps, feeling ready to start. So another thing I've learned from this video is that your environment silently shapes your future. You may think you are making independent decisions, but look closely at the conversation around you. The people you admire, the videos you consume, the books you ignore, the friends you spend weekends with, they are all shaping your thinking little by little, day after day, until one day you wake up living a life that reflects your environment. That's why protecting your mind is not just a spiritual principle. It's a financial principle, a leadership principle, a life principle. Because every decision begins as a thought. They're influenced. So now ask yourself, who is influencing the way you think? Many people want different life without becoming a different person. They want different results with the same mindsets. Different income with the same habits, different future, same priority. Life does not work that way. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Sometimes the greatest investment is not money. It's becoming so more capable of carrying a greater responsibility. Because opportunity does not stay where they are not managed well. So what is interesting is Here's what is interesting. I want to challenge something that people never question. Being busy. Being busy all the time. Being busy does not always mean you are not making progress. Some people are exhausted because they think they are making progress. You can be busy making progress and you can still be busy not making progress. Just that you are being exhausted doing things that does not move your life forward. Activity is not productivity. Movement is not progress. Yeah, you can listen to it again. So, what I want you to do now is to take a decision after watching this video. Choose one principle and live for it in the next 30 days. Not because someone told you, but because you are becoming the kind of person who takes responsibility for their future. That's where real transformation begins. One day at a time. And one day, what feels invisible today will become undeniable tomorrow. There's something I've noticed over the years, and I think it's one of the biggest reasons many people never experience real transformation. It's not because they don't have access to information. It's not because they haven't attended conferences. It's not because they haven't listened to great teachers. Yes, this is what I think. It's because information has become entertainment to us. Today we live in a generation where it's possible to spend 10 hours watching motivational videos and still make the exact same financial decision tomorrow morning. Yes. You can know every principle of wealth creation, quotes, books, lines by lines, explain investments, even teach it to your friends. But if our life doesn't reflect what we have learned, then the knowledge has not even become wisdom yet. Wisdom begins the moment knowledge changes your behavior. That's why every time you finish listening to a message like this, don't rush to the next video. Sit with it. Ask yourself a difficult question. What's challenged me? What belief do I need to let go of? What habit must change beginning today? Because the goal of learning is never to collect information. The goal is for transformation. And also, one of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that one big decision changes a life. Most lives does not change because of one dramatic moment. They change because of small decisions repeated consistently. You know, someone decides to save before spending. Another person decides to read for 30 minutes every day. And another one decides to stop buying things they don't need. And another person decides to learn a skill every year. Those decisions don't look exciting in the beginning. Nobody celebrates them. Nobody posts about them. But 5 years later, something drastically changed. Everyone wonders why their lives are completely different. Success usually looks boring at the beginning. Failure also looks comfortable while it's happening. That's why discipline feels expensive today, but regret costs far more tomorrow. So I also want to challenge something many people believe. They often pray for opportunities while ignoring preparation. Opportunity does not reward riches. Opportunity rewards readiness. Imagine praying for a business worth millions of dollars. Then ask yourself, could I manage it if it arrived tomorrow morning? Do I have a system, the character, the discipline, and how to lead people? Could I solve the problem that come with the level of responsibilities? Sometimes God is not delaying the blessing, just we ourselves. We have not developed the person in ourselves to carry it. Because a blessing without capacity is so much burden. It happened to Peter in the Bible. The truth is, your future is not created by what you admire. It's created by the repeated practice. You may admire so many successful entrepreneurs. You may admire all the investors, the wealthy families, but admiration does not change anything in the bank accounts. What changes is imitation, creating momentum and applying consistency that creates results, creates mastery. So the progress of this message is that choose one thing from every lesson and practice it. Take action, just one action, not 10, because one applied principle is worth more than 100 forgotten ideas. Principle, a daily routine. So, I want you to always remember this. The future is not determined by the video you watch today. It's determined by what you do after watching this video. That is where the real change begins.